All right, guys, welcome back. Survival Living here. So I'm looking at my map right now, getting everything down pat. My current location to where I'm trying to get at is about 6 kilometers. So no big deal. It's mostly downhill. Got a couple of ravines I got to get to, and we'll get to location. So I ran a community post while I was out here in the woods. This is going to be later on by the time I get home. And the question was, do you stay on the trail or do you go off trail? I had a comment, and the thing is though, I see it a lot on YouTube. People are terrified to leave the trails. You'll get lost, you'll get ticks, you'll get attacked, you will die if you get off the trails. I'm an outdoorsman. I teach outdoor survival. One of the first things I'm going to tell you right now, learn navigation. There should be a pop-up video for you guys going over topographical maps. This is simple stuff. It looks like it's a lot, but it's really very simple once you actually put your hands on it and put your boots on the ground. It's very simple to do, okay? Get yourself a compass. Get yourself a map protractor, the appropriate size. Get yourself a topographical map of the area that you're going to be working in. Simple, all right? You can measure out everything. Use pace count beads, ranger beads, and you can keep track of exactly how far you've gone, where you're going, the whole 9 yards. All right, and it all is right here. Everything fits in this nifty little case I've got. This is my map case. All right, everything for my map fits right there. I also have extra protractors, extra pencils, the whole 9 yards. When I see don't go off the trails, you're missing out. I'm heading to a location. It's a pond. Hasn't been fished in years because it's hard to get to. There's no trails, there's no roads. The only way in is hiking it in. And like I said, we've got about 6 kilometers left to go from the location I'm at right now. All right, guys, welcome back. Survival Living here. So I've been out here for 4 days now on a 7-day trip. One of the things on outdoor survival is starting fire. Now, of course, I'm a full supporter of carrying a big lighter. The fact is, sometimes you lose them, they break, things happen. Now, one of the skills that we always taught, bow drill. All right, it is a skill that takes practice to learn how to use. We also have one of our affiliate products, Bigfoot Bushcraft. Now, they make fire plugs. They also make these ferrocerium rods. This is 1/2-inch diameter ferrocerium rod. Their striker has a beveled edge, which really throws additional sparks. I mean, you're going to get something lit up even without the fire plug. Set this right here for now. It is next to me so I don't lose it. But this here is the travel case. This is their carrying case that I carry in my fire kit, and it's packed out with the fire plugs. So they have this purplish tint to them. These are waterproof, so even if they get wet, this just keeps that fuel and stuff that's in this from spreading anywhere, keeps it from getting damaged and stuff like that. These plugs right here, they burn for a very long time. The waterproof, like I said, and the easiest way to do it is take them, tear them apart just like that. So what we're going to do, we're going to set this down here. I'm going to get our fire starter. I'm going to go and show you this. We have our ferrocerium rod here. That easy. Burns really well. All this stuff's really dry, so I'm not really having to stress about it. I already know it's going to take just fine. Go ahead and break this one open. I'm going to set it in position down here. Grab our ferrocerium rod and get ready to ignite. There we go. And we'll get our fire started for dinner. And now once we get our coal bed all fixed up, we'll put dinner on. Again, guys, that is Bigfoot Bushcraft. If you use Survival Fire as a promo code, you get 15% off on your order. So We are affiliated with them, guys. We're always open about that. So we do make a small commission when you purchase through our links, but you also get a savings when you do. All right, speak to you later. So before you start heading off into the woods, yes, I recommend you watching that video on how to navigate. Get yourself a topographical map. I believe I picked up mine at the Geological Survey site, the USGS, I think it is. There should be a link in the description for it. And I put in my information of where I want to be at, found the topographical map, and ordered them. This is also where I get my maps for our class for Survival Living LLC. Get yourself a good compass. This is a MC2 Sunto. Works really well. I actually used this up at the Pathfinder course up in Jackson, Ohio. Up there, Self-Reliance Outfitters for their scout class, intermediate scout class. Very good class. I highly recommend going there. If you've never done outdoor survival, guys, I'm sorry, it is bright. I'm putting on my sunglasses. Sorry, I had to put on some sunglasses. I have astigmatism on my left eye, and bright lights make it difficult for me to see. Yeah, coming from a welder, I know. So anyway, guys, like I was saying, outdoor survival, there's a lot of classes. We offer our own, but also Self-Reliance Outfitters. I went to their intermediate scout class. I went straight into that. Very good class, very great instructors, Mr. Dave Canterbury, Corporal's Corner, Tony Powers, Adaptable Survival with Mr. Paul Hack. He was my instructor there, my primary instructor. Guys, these guys have been doing this stuff for years. All right, they're good at it. If you want to take probably the best course I've ever taken in the United States of America, that's the course I'd go to. It is the hardest course I've ever been to, but it was also the most rewarding. Sorry, we had gremlins again. It's hot out here. Shuts off our video all the time. It's one of the most rewarding classes I've ever been in. So with this, guys, I've spoken about getting out there. I know someone's going to comment, that's not the correct way of folding a map. It is the correct way for me to fold my map to fit in my map case. It doesn't matter how you fold your map. Most of the people that runs their mouth here on YouTube just run their mouth on YouTube, because my stuff fits perfectly in this case. It can be strapped right onto my pack along with my compass, but when I'm shooting azimuths like I am today and running my course to this location, I gotta have easy access with my compass. All right, hold up. I gotta switch pace count. Yeah, pace count, very important when you're doing this. I'm also keeping my azimuth down my course to my next turn is where I'm planning on. The map showed a bad ravine up here. So what I want to do, I don't want to be climbing in and out of the ravine with all my gear. I'm going to skirt it, but I have to get to my landmark first, then I can change my coordinates again. But keeping base count, I had to stop because I can't keep count while I'm talking on the camera. It's getting there. This is also why I say compass navigation. There is no trail. There's no trail. All right, there's no hiking trail out here. I know where the location is by the map, and that's what we go by. So we're gonna go to one of these ponds that are in this local area. When I say local, it's not a couple 100 feet away. You gotta do some traveling, but that's what we're gonna do. I hear a fighter jet in the air. So I gotta get my butt moving. Pace count. I've shown videos on this. We also teach in the class. Always step off of your left. Every time your right foot lands, that is a pace. I do apologize if that jet is loud. That's an F-22 Raptor. So we're close to Tyndall Air Force Base. Left foot first. Every time right foot drops, that's 1. So I keep looking down at my compass. My azimuth is there, As long as I keep that red needle in that shed, I know I'm on my azimuth. So I always have it down here, and you'll see me, I look down just to make sure I've still got my bearings while I'm walking. So like I said, off trail. This here, you have to go to off trail. I can see it on the map. There's no trails going to this stuff. All right, there's no trails going at any of these ponds and lakes out here. I know where they are because I have a map. This is one of the first things I always tell people: you need to learn how to navigate. And also down here in Florida, watch your water and your water's edges. We have gators, we have moccasins. Yeah, so be careful. Stuff like this, guys, you're not going to be able to see on a trail. But before you go out, you need to learn how to read a map. You need to know how to use your compass. You need to know how to do pace counts. You need to know how to plot out courses and follow those courses using your azimuth. You know those skills, you don't need a trail. Trails are for people that want to go, I'm going to go hike the mountain, and they stay on the trail. That's not hiking the mountain. I've hiked mountains. There are no trails. There's rock climbing involving. I'm not talking about just climbing up on a couple boulders. I'm talking about cliff walls. Yeah, in other words, you have to bring your climbing gear with you. That's hiking. That's climbing a mountain. That's hiking a mountain. I know there'll be people arguing with me. That's fine. Whatever. Odds are you're sitting on a couch anyway. Learn skills. Get away from the trails. Learn how to do things. Now, if you're a novice and you've never been outdoors, don't just run out into the woods off of a trail. Odds are you'll get lost. Some of us are born with a natural compass in our head, a great sense of direction. Now, without a map, sure, you can use the sun. You can also use navigation beacons out there. Way out on that ridge, there's a set of trees way up above. All those pines is the highest point out there. Way out there. I could see that from the beginning of my trip. As long as I kept my bearing on that, I knew exactly where I was going without even using a map, without using a compass. I knew as long as I could see that in the horizon, I had a fixed point of interest. Now, having a map makes navigation much more easier. So, hopefully you all having a great day. Still have a few more days out here, and then I got to go back home and go through my video footage, edit and everything else, and start releasing back on YouTube. All right, guys, speak to y'all later.